Yes, Your Honor. The people call Officer Jacob Lee.
Okay.
Here we go. The prosecution calls Officer Jacob Lee to the stand. This is where the story starts to unfold. Pay attention to how he answers. Tone, body language, and even hesitation can tell us more than words.
All right, officer, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, you may proceed. Is L-E-I-B?
L-I-E-B.
L-I-E-B. My apologies.
Good afternoon. Could you please state your name for the record?
Officer Jacob Lee.
Mr. Lee, where do you work?
I work in Brownstown Township as a police officer on patrol.
Okay. How long have you been employed there?
I've been employed at Brownstown for just under 2 years. I've been a police officer for 9 years.
What are your roles and responsibilities in this capacity?
As of right now, I'm a patrol officer on night shift in the Brownstown Township.
Were you working in this capacity on April 10th, 2024?
I was, yes.
And what were you doing that day?
Everything that would entail a normal night shift on patrol, answering calls for service, more specifically.
Could you just move up closer to that microphone and keep your voice up a little bit, please? Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you repeat the answer just because it was a little low?
I was answering calls for service most of the night, including the call that we received.
Okay, and you indicated a call was received. Do you recall who that call was received from?
From our dispatched me to the Brownstown Police Department station's lobby.
Were you in the lobby at that time?
I was not. I responded there.
And when you responded, did you make contact with anybody?
I did. I'm in contact with our victim in this case, Chantel Sadarski, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
And right there, we get the first spark of what this entire case revolves around, a domestic violence complaint. But notice, the officer doesn't dive into details just yet. That hesitation? It's probably because he knows the defense will be all over anything that sounds like hearsay.
And what happened when she was there?
So we were dispatched there in regards to a domestic violence complaint. I made contact with Chantel. She informed me that she had gotten into an altercation with her husband.
Objecting to hearsay.
Any response?
I can withdraw the question. We can
I'll
strike what
sustain,
you said
you
about.
can rephrase. How's
Yes. Well, I had asked what happened when she was there.
that? And he started to say what she told him.
Yeah, so we can, what he said before that should be,
Well, that will remain on the record, but anything, he didn't really answer it. He just started and she said, and then he objected and I said, I'll sustain it. So you can rephrase your question if you'd like.
okay, I can rephrase the question. That's okay. When she arrived, what was her demeanor like?
She appeared upset.
And did you make a report based off of, or did you make a report that night?
I did, yes.
And was your body cam on and functioning that night?
It was.
Did anything else happen that night?
I interviewed the female, Chantel. I also interviewed the other party involved, Andrew. They both completed witness statements, and I typed a report based off both of their stories.
I don't mean to interject, but one thing I want to say, Mr. Rockeye, you brought the thumb drive with you.
I had it yesterday.
So you're just going to retain that. We're just going to know that that's the thumb drive because the exhibits go back to you. But
Yes,
I remembered I told you to bring it today. And
Yes, and I have it.
okay, so that's the way we'll play that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm just trying to recall. Okay. And did anything else happen after those interviews?
No, I typed my report and submitted it to the Detective Bureau for further investigation.
Okay. Just one moment. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Cross.
Thank you.
Now the cross-examination begins, and this defense attorney isn't wasting time. Watch how he builds credibility with small talk before tightening the screws. It's a classic move: soften them up, then strike.
First of all, thank you for opening the door for me as I walked into the courthouse. I appreciate that. I appreciated that courtesy.
You're welcome.
Officer Lieb, let me, it's pronounced Lieb, correct?
Correct.
And you're in plain clothes, but you have a badge on, so are you a detective now, or?
Nope, this is my uniform for court today.
Yes, sir. I'm going to touch on a few different areas and try to get through them as quickly as I can. If I ask a question that's confusing, you just tell me, all right?
Okay.
Now, your answers, have to be verbal, so they have to be out loud as opposed to a nod or a shake of the head. You understand that?
Yes.
You wrote a report in this case, yes?
Yes.
I presume at some point you've looked at it before you actually submitted it? Yes. And I presume that at some point you looked at it before testifying today?
Yes.
You reviewed it today in the prosecutor's conference room?
I did, yes.
Now, there are certain things about report writing. I just want to kind of go through those relatively quickly. There's a purpose in preparing reports, yes?
Yes.
The purpose is to memorialize things that occurred.
Yes.
You try to write it as when things are still fresh in your mind.
Yes.
You try to document things that are relevant and important. Yes. And you're trained when you write a report to include the relevant and important facts.
Yes.
And you're trained to write an accurate and complete report. Is that true?
Yes.
When you're satisfied, and when I started, officers actually wrote reports, but now you guys type them out. Yes?
Yes.
And so when you start typing your report and you finish typing it, you're able to review it. And when you're satisfied that you've discharged your duty to prepare an accurate, complete, and reliable report, you then print it and submit it as your official report in the case. Am I correct?
Yes.
And you did that in this case?
I did, yes.
You also submitted body camera in this case. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now, you had body camera for when Ms. Scardarossi was your original encounter with her in the lobby of the police station?
That's correct, yes.
You have a subsequent body camera with her when you exit to hand her a blank written statement or a statement to fill out?
I would imagine is that on the same body camera?
Well, do you recall if it's the same body camera or not?
If you said subsequent, so I just wanted to clarify. It should be my same body camera, yes.
This moment is critical. Reviewing body cam footage before testifying isn't unusual, but it can backfire if the footage contradicts what's in the officer's report. And the defense knows it. They're digging for inconsistencies, anything to shake his confidence.
Yeah, but is it a different actual recording? Or don't you know?
I don't recall.
You actually then made a third recording where you recorded a telephone interaction with Ms. Scardarossi, yes?
Yes.
Objection. He was testifying.
He's asking a question. He's asking a question, leading question. It's okay. It's cross, overruled.
Yes?
Yes.
And then you were wearing body camera when you actually went out and spoke with Mr. Scardarossi.
Yes, that's correct.
You reviewed your body camera before testifying today?
I did, yes.
How many different body camera did you review before testifying today?
Just myself.
Just your own?
My own.
The ones that I just referred to?
Yes.
Lobby interaction with Ms. Scardarossi? Yes?
Yes.
Body camera where you handed her a witness statement to fill out?
If that was included in my body camera, I watched my body camera from the entirety of the interview in the lobby with Ms. Chantel Suddergoski.
I'm just trying
In
to,
other words, what you're telling us, you didn't see on that body cam, you handing her a statement to fill out?
that's what I'm asking you. I don't know if my next question, Judge.
Is that what you're telling us?
I believe Can you rephrase the question? I'm trying to clarify. I watched my body camera in its entirety from my interaction with Chantel.
I understand. The end of your body camera, what was the last thing that you observed on your body camera with Ms. Scardarossi?
I don't recall.
You just watched it.
I didn't just watch it. I watched it when I was preparing for this case. It was not just a second ago. I don't recall what my last interaction was.
How long ago did you prepare for testifying today by watching your body camera?
I reviewed my body camera footage on Sunday night while I was working.
All right. So I'm going to ask the same question the judge asked. When you reviewed your body camera, did you see you handing Ms. Scardarossi a witness statement to fill out?
I do not recall. I did have her fill one out.
Did you see on your body camera you handing Ms. Scardarossi a victim notification card?
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Yeah, I think it is.
It's a different question.
Well,
There's a purpose to this last question, if you let me ask it. And saying goodbye to her, like watching her leave the station.
If that was the last interaction, I don't recall if she was walking away or my.
Boom, this is the bombshell question. The defense just zeroed in on the most dramatic claim in the case, a gun pointed at someone's neck. But it's not in the report. That's huge. This kind of omission can seriously damage credibility, both for the officer and the victim's account.
What my last interaction was. I would have handed her a victim rights card with the report number.
I'm just asking if you saw that on your video.
I don't recall.
Preparing. And how about, did you see when you were watching your videos in preparation for testifying today, your interview or your phone call with Ms. Scardarossi that was on speakerphone?
I did see that, yes.
And you saw that in preparation for today?
Yes.
In your police report, you never wrote that Ms. Scardarossi pointed, or that Mr. Scardarossi pointed the barrel of the gun at Mrs. Scardarossi's neck. Am I correct?
That's correct. I did not write that.
You never wrote that Mrs. Scardarossi demonstrated with her finger to her neck the barrel of the gun pointed at her. Am I correct?
Can you rephrase the question?
Yes. You never wrote in your report that Mrs. Scardarossi demonstrated the barrel of the gun pointed at her neck. Am I correct?
That's correct.
In fact, Mrs. Scardarossi told you that the gun was never pointed at her. Am I correct?
You are correct.
And in your report, you wrote, Chantel noted that Andrew kept the handgun in the holster during this incident and never pointed the firearm directly at her. Isn't that what you wrote?
And just like that, the defense drives it home. If the alleged victim said the gun was never pointed, that changes everything. The difference between threat and fear could mean the difference between a felony charge and a dismissed case.
In your report.
That is correct.
And one of the things that you do as a police officer is, of course, when you interview witnesses, you're in part, you're trying to get information, right?
Correct.
And you're also trying to assess credibility, right?
Correct.
And you pay attention to whether a witness's story changes. Am I correct?
Correct.
And where the witness changes stories or changes the narrative, that could be evidence that the witness is not being truthful.
It could be, correct.
You weren't told, as your report reflects,